Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Verne, the Shape of Fantasy. And in the last episode, guys, Nemo was somewhat dismayed because Verne could no longer use the Imag device. So we went to visit Doc, and using a very interesting machine, we're actually taking a trip into Verne's past when he was shipwrecked here on a strange island after his boat was sunk by some sort of giant beast, which I assume, based on Verne's stories, it was probably the Nautilus that actually sank the ship. But we are not alone, as evidenced by this cabin here. Maybe we'll find Robinson Crusoe. But let's go ahead and figure out what's going on. There was a light that was shining.
I need to break the rope.
And we need to find something to break the rope and explore whatever is down there. Alright, let's see. There is an elephant down there. Hi, buddy. What was that all about?
But the island has changed. What happened?
There's more. Okay, we got a street lamp. That's alright. Kind of Chrono Trigger. I think Chrono Trigger anytime I see a street lamp where it's not supposed to be. Ah, we don't have to go through that scene again. Before we head over there and talk to our new pachyderm friend,
I need to break the lock.
got that. I didn't notice that before, but when I watched the episode back, we have RC up here, so it actually is Robinson Crusoe. Or a reasonable facsimile. Alright, so hello there, Mr. Elephant. Oh, that elephant does not exist.
But what the... An elephant and a balloon? What's going on here? They feel familiar. Maybe a dream.
By exist, I mean alive. 5 weeks in a balloon. Jules Verne's first novel. On January 31st, 1863, Jules Verne saw his first novel published, 5 Weeks in a Balloon. The story describes a thrilling journey through the unexplored territories of Africa, led by the eccentric Dr. Samuel Ferguson, his faithful lackey Joe, and professional hunter Dick Kennedy. In order to find the sources of the Nile, these aeronauts decide to cross the continent, traveling in a balloon, named Victoria, in honor of the Queen of England, whose innovative use of hydrogen allows it to make long journeys. The novel immediately became a great public and critical success. In part, this was due to the enormous interest for the African continent of the audience at the time, but also because of the mixture of imaginary travel and solid, for the time, scientific information. One of the most famous passages in the novel describes how an elephant tows the balloon to cross the mountain range known as the Mountains of the Moon. Thanks to this first success, Verne gained the financial security that would allow him to fulfill his dreams of becoming a writer. He signed a contract with Pierre Jules Hetzel's publishing house, which was to publish the rest of his works for the next 40 years. It's worth noting as a curiosity that Verne had never ridden in a balloon when he wrote the book and would not do so until years later. So he had a hot air balloon story before Around the World in 80 Days. That's cool. Oh, if we get just nothing but like facts about Verne, that'll be awesome. We got a... Oh, we actually have a skull in the background. We saw the skull face in the moon in the last episode, but looks like that gruesome image is also available to us during the day.
Edgar Allan Poe, Alexandre Dumas, Victor Hugo. Never heard these names before. How strange. They don't look like they have been dragged here by the sea. Where do they come from?
Imagine not knowing who Edgar Allan Poe or Alexander Dumas or any of them are, getting to read their works for the first time. So I'm seeing these little blue butterflies here.
What's going on here? Compagnie Parisienne de l'Électricité? That can't be. How does a streetlight get here? And this writing desk. Again, it's weirdly familiar.
So maybe parts of Verne's past, or even maybe his future, are showing up here on this island? Go ahead and look at the rest of this.
That must be the light I saw. Wait a moment. There's something on the ground.
Yeah, there is. Machete! Awesome.
The stick has a weird shape, almost like a key.
Oh, looks like there's a passage there at Verne's feet.
What's this? A door. That wasn't here before. It's jammed. To activate the mechanism, I need the missing blocks. Could the petroglyphs be the answer?
I would assume so. Look for the fragments to activate the mechanism. Didn't we have...
I need something that can help me.
Machete?
I need something that can help me.
Strange key. Got butterflies on it. Petroglyph 1. Alrighty. Got kind of a strange comb there. Does this work on all of them? I'm glad I don't take damage. That one's just a straight out butterfly.
I need something that can help me.
Petroglyph 3. Making progress. You can also cut that rope on that ladder up at the very top where we found the cabin.
It's destroyed. Fixing it will be difficult.
Just wanted to see if we had any more inanimate wildlife here. So it just changed that little dip on the other side of the hill. Verne's getting his steps in today. That change... Yep. They're in there. Also keeping an eye out for those little butterflies. Kind of reminds me of Vincent from Cowboy Bebop the movie. So we got the snake glyph. Can we use the machete on the toolbox? Awesome. What do we get? Tools. Fair enough, as advertised. No? So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3. Maybe the fourth one is in that section that we can't access yet. Cool. Let me check the cabin. Oh. Thought for sure we could have investigated it. So what do we got here? Got a mechanism. Ooh. Oh, we're bringing that one ladder. Oh, we're creating a ladder. I see. I see, I see. What does that do? Is that like a block? That brought that all the way up. Reset it. We're back to square one. Let's see, can you... Maybe, it kind of looked like a kickstand, this little red thing right here. Wait, can we...
That's not useful now. That's not useful now.
Didn't know if maybe we needed to fix something. Maybe. Hey, there we go. Just had to do it in baby steps. Still nothing behind the waterfall. I'm disappointed in that. Tools? I used to have a parakeet named Doofus when I was growing up that could do that. Do the... The last petroglyph. So we've got 2 snakes over a butterfly house.
I need something that can help me. Now I have all the blocks for the door.
Open the hill door. So all roads seem to lead back that way. Oh. Castaway complete. Letter 3. The dream. January 8th. He was no sooner landed upon the earth, but he moved forward towards me, with a long spear or weapon in his hand. Kill me. And when he came to a rising ground at some distance, he spoke to me, for I heard a voice so terrible that it's impossible to express the terror of it. All that I can say I understand was this: seeing all these things have not brought thee to repentance, now thou shalt die. At which words I thought he lifted up the spear that was in his hand to kill me. No one shall ever read this account will expect that I should be able to describe the horrors of my soul at this terrible vision. I mean, not even while it was a dream. I haven't dreamed of those horrors. Nor is it any more possible to describe the impression that remained upon my mind when I awakened. Found it was but a dream. Ew. Glad I walked over to the edge there. I didn't even see that. I was seeing if it was giving me a prompt to climb down. Oh, we're blocked right there. I checked behind the waterfall in a 2D capacity, and game said no. So that hill might be like a fortress or something that we're actually going inside. Gotta figure out how the lock works. Hey there, Babar. Used to watch that cartoon all the time when it came on HBO. To open the door, set the cycle in order. Open the door, set the cycle in order. Oh, that's not a snake, that's a caterpillar. We gotta do the... Okay, we gotta do a butterfly's life cycle. So... Alright, let's go... Butterfly... How do we change this up? Why? Oh, cool. Can we... Oh, that's it. Right? Caterpillar to cocoon, being hatched to butterfly. Let's go and get the butterfly at 12. No? How about...
Yes.
There we go.
Somebody wants me inside there. What if it's a trap? Should I take the chance? However, I could probably find inside an explanation for what's going on. And of course, it's a much more solid shelter than a wood cabin.
That's the kind of world I want to live in, Verne. We heading down to the center of the earth? Ooh, blue crystals. Wait. I see an actual platform down here.
Holy Antikythera mechanism! What's this place?
Language.
This hasn't been built by some castaway.
That's a good thing. I would have fallen very, very far, probably to my death. And I can't jump. Oh, there's faces in the wall. Can you see that on the... Oh, yeah. Stalactites. That's not nice. Let's see what's over here. A Morlock's face. Wrong author, but still.
Runes? Something enigmatic they hold. This gallery could lead into the center of the earth.
Center of the Earth. Passion for Geology. Journey to the Center of the Earth was published in 1864 and immediately became a success. Professor Lidenbrock and his nephew Axel discover a manuscript in which a 16th century alchemist describes a journey to the center of the Earth, starting in the crater of the Icelandic volcano Snæfellsjökull. Following his directions and a trail of runes engraved in stone, they travel through a fantastic subterranean kingdom, in which, among other amazing discoveries, they discover an inland sea the size of Europe, a battle between Jurassic creatures, and even an encounter with primitive hominids. Verne's exciting book was the product of a combination of his rich imagination and his knowledge of the latest geological discoveries of his time, as its pages reflect the work of renowned scientists of the time, such as Alcide d'Orbigny. I'm going to butcher all of these names, I apologize. Paleontologist and president of the Geological Society of France, and Charles St. Clair de Ville, volcanologist and founding member of the French Meteorological Society. However, some theories that were considered valid at the time have now been refuted. The most obvious example is the theory that, after an eruption, volcanic conduits remain hollow, and that, for this reason, a worldwide network of interconnected subterranean caverns was possible. Modern science has shown that these conduits are too small and clogged with solid rock, making them, unfortunately, impassable to humans. Meteorological. There we go. I have a slight speech impediment, believe it or not, guys. I found that out when I was in high school and got my records from elementary school. And just certain words are just completely beyond me. I apologize if sometimes it just comes off as gibberish. Oh!
I'm trapped! I hope there's another way out.
Didn't expect falling platforms. We got here. Verbil, V and B. Something, and backpack and rope. Is this I can't actually go past this. Wait.
That's not useful now.
I don't know. Is that a reference to something I don't get? I'm not that well versed in oh wow, got theater masks there.
Mon Dieu! What's going on this island?
Culture?
The Life and Incredible Adventures of Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Wait a moment. I remember that. I've read this book a dozen times. My God, the letters, the cabin. These are elements of that same story. Am I hallucinating?
Robinson Crusoe. The Great Inspiration. Robinson Crusoe, written by Daniel Defoe, was published on April 25th, 1719, and is considered the first English novel. Defoe wrote Robinson Crusoe in approximately 6 months when he was over 50 years old, and it was a phenomenon, becoming one of the books with most editions, translations, and knockoffs in history. Just goes to show you guys, you can always start late and still succeed. Robinson Crusoe was passed off as a chronicle of real events. The stories of shipwrecked sailors were very popular at that time, and there are several names that could have served as inspiration for Defoe, I guess kind of like Moby Dick, among which stands out that of the buccaneer Alexander Selkirk, who in 1704 preferred to stay on the uninhabited island of Masa Tierra in the South Pacific rather than continue on board Cinque Ports, which he considered too damaged to continue sailing. After 4 years and 4 months in solitude, he was rescued, safe and sound, by the Duke, another privateer ship. Upon his return to London, his story of survival made him a celebrity. In 1966, the island was renamed Robinson Crusoe's Island. Jules Verne was a great admirer of Defoe's Robinson, something that's evident in many of his works, such as The Mysterious Island, 1874. Although in this case, what leads the protagonist to the island of title is not a shipwreck at sea, but the fall of a hot air balloon. In 1882, he published A School for Robinsons, in which he shipwrecked his characters on another island where they had to survive all kinds of dangers and threats, such as inclement weather, tribes of cannibals, and even wild animals, with the only help of an aborigine and their own hands. By the way, the full title of the work was The Life and Strange Surprising Adventures of Robinson Crusoe of York, Mariner, who lived 8 and 20 years all alone in an uninhabited island on the coast of America near the mouth of the great river of Orinoco, having been cast on shore by shipwreck wherein all the men perished but himself, with an account how he was at last as strangely delivered by pirates, written by himself. That just rolls off the tongue. Can't wait for the movie poster. Robinson Crusoe was also on those little pocket classic books that I read when I was little.
Wait a moment. There's a note here. What mystery is this? All the books have my name on them, but they're all blank. No titles.
From the Earth to the Moon, Around the World in 80 Days, The Green Ray, The Golden Volcano. Select the shelf, activate the shelf. Okay. From the Earth to the Moon. Oh, there is... Okay, I can see there is a little rocket pointed to the moon there. Around the World in 80 Days. I see a globe. The Green Ray. There's only one book with green on the spine. And the Golden Volcano. That's cool. That's very subtle. There you are.
Yes!
What do we got in here?
It's ancient Greek. The gift of Placeia will help you to change pieces of the world. Only if your imagination is as brilliant as her flame. What's this? It must be hundreds of years old. What? Good heavens! But what in the name of...
Oh, that is a Medusa in a hood.
But here again? What's going on? Did this artifact do it? What is this?
I actually have to double check and see if that was in the visions in previous episode. That's the first time I noticed that big critter on the far right. Looked like one of the shadow creatures in, what is it? Don't Starve. So do we have our... No cracks in the flow of reality detected. There is something down there in the roots. Y'all see that? Let's see if we can observe anything. Oh, cracks. Alrighty. Maybe we have to do something with that platform.
Wait
Actually,
a moment. The description. The gift of Placeia will help you to change pieces of the world. But maybe I could fix them with this devilish artifact.
yeah, probably, but still curious what this is. No cracks. Go back in time. Very strong. I kind of want to go back in time, because that actually may show what that is.
Time has changed. What happened?
Oh. Okay, nothing. Boo. Can we try that again?
Fortunately, stones resisted and kept withstanding.
Ha! Something chasing me? I'm hearing... I guess so. Oh, that is a lot of butterflies.
This is a nightmare! I must run away from this island. Maybe I could fix the boat with this devilish artifact. I'd rather face the dangers at sea than stay trapped in this madness.
No cracks in the flow of reality detected. Really? Okay. I don't know if anything else is chasing me. Probably should just keep on going. Especially due to the fact that I see Verne here on the left.
What the hell is going on?
Sudden sandstorms. Happens all the time on deserted islands. Didn't you know? Oh, we repaired this boat. Salvation? I'll take it. Oh. Forgot about the quick times.
Hours later, while I was drifting away, my head still boiled with questions. I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship.
Called it.
Scared to death, I discovered a new truth. It was a monster, yes, but made of steel.
Congratulations on your recruitment to Nemo's crew. Aftermath of the inevitable. When I saw that overhead shot, I thought we were going to have to travel around like in an RPG.
I could never imagine that my salvation would come in the form of the monster that destroyed my own ship.
What a tale! If I hadn't seen the Imag working with my own eyes, I would truly believe that you, as we doctors say, were as mad as a March hare.
Does something of this make any sense to you?
Not at all, but it's not me who has to find it. However, it's obvious that everything, your hallucinations, your amnesia, the books, even the island, draws lines that link your mind with the Imag.
Any clue of how we can fix that?
Have you considered that your status inside the Nautilus could be the reason for your, let's say, disconnection? It must be hard for you to live together with the ones responsible for the attack that sank your ship.
Months ago, I would have told you yes, and that I hated them for it. But I understood that war is war, and I must recognize, much to my regret, that the captain has opened for me the doors of an incredible world, that without the Nautilus and his technology, I could never dream of reaching.
Necessary evil.
Am I a prisoner? Well, there are much worse prisons out there.
We're
Right.
all trapped inside the Nautilus one way or another, my friend. A similar dilemma afflicts myself since I began to be part of this crew. I consecrated my career to save lives, and now I'm a piece of a ruthless war machine. On the other hand, my cholera research is only possible thanks to Nemo's technology.
He's an extraordinary man, but fearful. His current condition is unsettling.
History will judge him as it will do with us, and whoever writes it will park us in the place he believes we deserve. Now, go to your quarters and get some sleep. Doctor's orders.
That's the thing, though. It's an entirely crew of people that would have a reason to betray Nemo as well. Alright, guys. Well, we got the Imag working again. So, I guess we'll have to grab that and see where the story goes from there. It was really interesting to see parts of Verne's past and even kind of maybe his future showing up on the island. Pretty cool. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.